Thank you. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And all I have to say is, do you remember that expression? Stop the world, I want to get off.
No.
Okay, well, this is, I guess that just ages me, but there was this expression, stop the world, I want to get off. And it's because everybody's so in a hurry, we're hurrying here and hurrying there, and we're trying to fit everything in. And I know you mentioned about your nail appointment.
Don't look at my nails.
I know, but here's what I have to say is that the world stopped. It did. Now, here we are, and the world was spinning around us, but now it's not. Now we're just here, and we're in our homes, and we now have to be creative with how to stay beautiful. I mean, for myself, even to do this interview, I'm creative in a lot of ways. I'm not a hairstylist, and I had those grays coming in, and I had to get my own hair color and be creative and use a toothbrush to do it. I think I did an okay job for the first time, but
I love it. Actually, I love it.
I go to get my hair done, and those are luxuries that we do. But when we are in a position like this, and I have been in shelter for 45 days now, so nails, forget it. Hair, forget it. Makeup, I'm good at the makeup, so I can always do that and all that. But now we have to come to recognize that this is a different time and a different place. Years ago, women did their own nails, they did their own hair, they colored out of a box, it's all of those things. I was that Avon lady. I don't know if you remember, but we used to ring the doorbells and carry our little case and have little samples of lipsticks that you can try and then order. So anyhow, thank you for inviting me on to your show.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
To help
Absolutely.
in any way that we want to lift people up. So if there's any advice that someone can get from this, I'm grateful to be able to share.
Yes, absolutely. Educate, empower, and entertain. How about that?
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So
got to have fun while we're doing it, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I started my career in the beauty industry. I went to school to be an esthetician, and I studied skincare and makeup. So that's why I didn't take the nail part of the course. But earlier I shared, how a lot of estheticians, hairstylists, mobile artists, are unemployed right now. Sephora is closed. Sally's Beauty Supply is closed. For those of you who are in the US, you probably know. But I want to talk to you because I see something emerging. Like 10 years ago, technology changed, during the recession. The app industry sort of emerged during the last recession. And I wanted to talk to you about the beauty industry. Where do you think it's going? Because it's going somewhere. Something's going to happen to the beauty industry. What do you think?
That's a very interesting question. And in times prior to this, the beauty industry was recession proof. Okay.
Yeah.
Which it still is in a way, but it's changing. Unfortunately, right now, we have never in history have seen a time where salons have shut down. And that's not just hair salons, but nail salons, and even, like you said, Sephora, or I think of the department stores that people go in to buy their cosmetics. All of these people, these makeup artists, all of these people are totally flatlined right now. They are flatlined because they have a service business and they cannot accommodate their clients. And here in the US, I'm in New York, we don't know when we're going to be out of this. We're still looking probably at a couple of months before. And then here's the question, okay? When they do open up, how are people going to feel about going there and being so close to people, in a technician? How do they feel having that technician, so close in such close proximity? It's going to be a scary thing. Now, here's what I think. And just from me being in this industry and following the history of it over, all the way back to Helena Rubinstein. I mean, you may not even remember her, but she was an entrepreneur of all times. She had sold her beauty business to Lehman Brothers back in the 1900s. She brought it back from them during the recession, and she turned it into a huge industry. So people do want to look good and feel good. So I think what is going to happen in the interim is that, yes, when the salons or barbershops or whatever start opening, people are going to influx them immediately, because if you see my hair, it's very, very long right now. I'm normally up to here, but I have a great cut, so it's women can go with it longer, and we can work it out. We can put in a ponytail, whatever. The men, though, for instance, like I have 5 grandchildren. One is a girl and the other 4 are boys. They all needed haircuts. So my daughter and my daughter-in-law had to cut the boys' hair. They're making do. But when the industry starts opening, yes, there will be an influx. But will the woman who goes to get her hair blown out a couple of times a week be doing that anymore? I don't think so. I think that the trend is going to switch around. People are going to start to do more things at home that they can eliminate. So my advice to these salon owners or technicians, if you're not a salon owner but you work in a salon, is to continue to communicate with your clients. So I always would tell people in my consulting businesses, when you get a client or you get a customer, you have to give great customer service. You have to keep them, because it's so much harder to find that new customer. So that loyalty to them. So what I suggest right now is to communicate with them, to offer them a service that you can offer through another stream of revenue that can help you bridge the gap from where you are right now to where you will go when your salon opens again.
Nice. So I want to break down some numbers, and these are general numbers across multiple industries. So for example, Amazon just hired 75,000 workers. So that's a different e-commerce industry. The unemployment rate, I shouldn't say rate, but the amount of Americans that file for unemployment is now over 5 million. And the 5 emerging industries right now are health, obviously medical, the drive, delivery industry, and some parts of the apps, and as well as the tech, and as you know, the home-based business, network marketing. So what would you say to a beauty maker? And I'm using this term because that sort of encompasses everyone that is in the business of helping other people look and feel beautiful. What would you say to them right now? They're in this position. They're unemployed. They don't have, the massage therapist, the hairstylist, the makeup artist, like the girls at Sephora. What do they do? Where do they go? What would you say to them right now if they're just waiting for that what is it, the check that's supposed to come from the
Well,
government?
the stimulus check. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because the stimulus checks have been deposited in a lot of my business partners' account already. So I would suggest that they take that money and invest it in a home-based business, because that money that is being sent to you, it can sit there and be saved, or it can be invested in something that can make you multiple paychecks over and over again. A lot of times people have this scarcity mentality instead of an abundance mentality. And that scarcity mentality is let me hold on, let me hold on, let me hold on.
Yep.
When you do that, that talent is buried in the dirt, and it's not going to prosper for you. But if you invest it and you hook up with the right people who can help you in grow a business, because a lot of people don't know how to do that, and that's where I come in. I'm busy every single day. I'm on training calls teaching people how to find multiple streams of revenue to coming in. And bringing back, and I don't want to divert from what you were saying, but you were talking about the businesses that are doing well right now. But there are always 5 recession-proof businesses. One being, of course, anything that is personal care, health, beauty, food, undertakers, alcohol. People they drink when they're happy, they drink when they're sad.
True.
And consignment. People are not going to be going out and buying luxury goods at high prices now. They're not going anywhere anyhow. But they consignment shops do very, very well at this time. But we're talking about now doing a home-based business, because everybody right now is working from home. And what people are going to realize is that working from home actually is a good thing, because people can be more efficient. People don't have to have that commute, especially in New York. You're getting on those subways, you're traveling an hour to commute, an hour back, and and you're in an office space. And you're going to see that employees are going to find out that their employees are being more efficient at home, and yet they don't have to house them by paying for office space. So I think that right now the fashion is home-based business. I am a visionary. I saw this coming in the recession of 2007 and 2008. I was a business owner, several business owners. I ran a big company. I closed the business, and I had to figure out how I was going to reinvent myself and what can I do. But I was an entrepreneur. So I needed to find the fastest way that I can earn an income to support myself with the smallest investment. And what is that? That is something that is direct sales, home-based businesses, network marketing. You can buy your own little franchise, and you have your own business and you're set up. Now, the difference is there are some people who will work their business. Some people are self-motivators. For instance, right now, during this pandemic and this crisis that's going on right now, you can either sit on your couch and moan and cry about, you don't have money, or you can be productive during this time and be creative and work it out. I, for one, I just did a joint venture with a custom cosmetic company. I've been working with her for a few years as a consultant, and I had told her over and over again she needs to bring this into a direct sales business, and I would help her do it. And we had that meeting in February before we went into shelter in place. And she was the last person that I had let into my home on March 9th for us to start doing our videos to set the direct sales business up. And we had no idea where this was going at that point. We knew it was just starting, but we were told 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks for me now is 45 days, and it's looking like it's going to be another 2 months or more. We don't know. But you know what? We both decided that the time is now. And we So this is what happens in these times. These times are when business ideas are birthed. During the last
Yes.
recession, Square, Uber, um,
Yes.
companies were developed during that time because people used creative thinking, creative financing to build a new way to earn their income.
Yes. And I love what you shared about reinventing, because that's really the key, is to be open to reinventing yourself. And so I love network marketing. You know, network marketing changed my life. I would not be here today if it weren't for network marketing. And when I say that, I'm referring to the fact that network marketing really brought out all of my talents. I love networking. I obviously train women in networking and leadership now, sales, all of those things. It just came together when I was in network marketing. Unfortunately, the company folded, but I took those skills and I developed them, and I went on to start my own company. Now, when I was in network marketing, I was what you would call a sort of average earner. Wasn't like the big diamond earner. I wasn't, on the stage with a big check. None of that. It was about 3,000 to 4,000 a month. That was the residual income. Now, when I share this with women, they often, they go, "Oh, that's nice." Okay. And sometimes women are opposed to network marketing because of all the stigma attached to it. And so I like to reframe, say, look, why don't you look at network marketing as an additional source of income? One of the 7 tiers, if you're a millionaire, you have to have seven income streams.
Right.
So make network marketing one of them and start from that place. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever. What would an extra 2K do for you right now? And so that's my philosophy on MLM, because I know that there's a lot of stigma. I know people obviously are afraid of it. They're opposed to it. And I think it's a great revenue stream. I think I personally, I think, this is the time to explore it. I'm not saying that from a place of, like, go sign up with a particular company. What I'm saying is be open to it right now, because I think that the times are changing, and we no longer can just sit around and wait, so why not take advantage of something like this? That's my 25 cents.
No, I think it's more than 25 cents. I think it's worth, I think that advice is worth $1 billion. Okay.
Oh,
Honestly, I do. And only because, listen, there's a shift right now,
mm-hmm.
and we could either be stuck or we can lean into the shift. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I am all for, listen, I get it. Change is really hard. I had a 30-year business that I had to give up. I had a 35-year marriage that broke up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I'm a 2-time ovarian cancer survivor. I have been through adversity. And you know what? I'm a survivor, and I'm going to pull through this. And we're all going to pull through this. But you know what? It's a mindset. It's all about your mindset. And I want to address something that you said about people, having a stigma to multi-level marketing. And, it's referred to as the pyramid scheme. This is no pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is when you give somebody money and have to get more people in, X amount of people in. I don't know what the exact thing is, until you can get your money plus more back. I don't know how they figure it out, but maybe you invest $500 and you get X amount of people and you'll get 1,500 back. That's a pyramid scheme. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you are exchanging money for product, that is not a pyramid scheme. There's no difference between buying from your home-based business I call them local entrepreneur people, than buying from Amazon. What's the difference? You know, you join Amazon Prime and you know that you can order and get your deliveries for free. Do you know that most of these network marketing companies or home-based business, they get their products to you for free and they get them to your door? Amazon right now, I mean, I'm waiting for the applicator, hair dye applicator that I ordered 3 weeks ago, and it's due to come June 15th from Amazon. So I had to be creative because I needed to get my hair colored. I used a toothbrush. Okay. So, you know, but my companies that I am associated with, we're working 24/7 to get the supplies to our clients. There's no delay on that. So for people who are frowning down on these network marketing people, let me tell you something. These businesses and these people who have been in it, who know how to help you do this, this is a gift. This is a gift, and your people are going to look at it in a different way. You know, speaking about looking at it different way. In the last recession in 2007 and 2008, network marketing started to become even more fashionable, okay? Because doctors, lawyers, real estate developers, all of these people started to see, you know what? This might not be a bad idea for a second, you know, stream of income. So they started to join these kind of direct sales businesses. And so people were saying, oh, well, if my doctor joined or if my lawyer joined, then it's
Exactly.
okay, you know?
Yep.
So, but now in these times, I mean, I just think it's a no-brainer, you know, get into a good network marketing company, you know, get into one that is reputable, that, you know, you don't want to get into anything that's, you know, not been around too long, or somebody who's running it isn't, you know, there. But if you'll know, you're gonna know. And listen, do your due diligence. Find out what companies would be likable to you. Because first of all, you know, I always told my children who are grown now um, that don't pick your career by what the salary is going to be. Pick your passion. Pick something that when you wake up every day, you enjoy going to work, because that's how you're going to make money. And that's what I did. I when I had to reinvent myself back in 2010, I said, what can I share? What do I have to give? What do I love? And how can I empower other people to do this? So I think when they're looking for that, they have to first figure out what they love to do. But in the case of what we're talking about, the beauty industry right now, they need to look into skincare companies, cosmetic companies, you know, hair and skin and makeup, that's a great marriage. So even when they go back into their businesses, once we're out of this, the money that was bridging the gap for them to get back there will now be an added source of income, another stream of revenue to keep that coming more. And they're offering their clients another service.
I love it. And I just wanted to touch on something because you mentioned Amazon. So basically, we could say Jeff Bezos is sort of like our upline because we've made him rich. He's
Right.
worth $70 billion. It's because we order on Amazon every day, right? So I love that you know, you broke it down and very clear. And I agree with that because that's how I got into network marketing. I essentially aligned with a wellness company, and it was during the time when, you know, we were on sort of the wellness revolution emerged, and it was one of the biggest companies in the history of MLM. And I was excited, and I loved the antioxidant movement, all of it. I loved it. But I think that when you are, let's say if you're on the fence and you're not quite sure about network marketing, I say sign up with a company that aligns with what you're already doing. So if you're a hairstylist, go for the hair company. If you're a makeup artist, go for the makeup company. Skincare, go for the skincare company. You know, if you like all three, that's fine. But I think it's important to, like you said, like maintain that passion, because the last thing you want to do is sign up with a company and you're not really passionate about what they're selling and you think you're going to make money, and there's going to be, you're not going to be aligned. Mm-hmm. So I think that's great. And like I said, you know, $3-4 grand a month, imagine an extra $3-4 grand a month right now. You know, you can still do whatever else you're doing, whatever else, if you want to launch something else, you can still do that. Like I said, the 7 income streams, millionaires, you know, you have multiple ventures, you know, some are part-time, some are residual income, passive income, you know, whatever. But it's important to start thinking and along those lines. And as a feminine leadership expert and training women, this is where how I'm educating women. And the pivot I've made is to say, look, start opening yourself up to other revenue streams. So you're never, ever, ever, you know, like in this position, because we don't know. I think that's what scares a lot of people. We don't know. They could literally say, let's go back to normal, and then say, nope, we don't like the way you're interacting. Everyone is disobeying the mask law, whatever, right? You got to go back inside. And then businesses are shut down again. So I just think now is the time to reinvent and think differently, open yourself up, and take advantage of the opportunities. So anything in closing that you want to add, Nancy?
You know, I do want to add this in closing, that right now people have a lot of time on their hands, and instead of wasting that time, it's precious time that we always say, oh, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. When I'm training my business partners and new ones that are coming on, and more have been coming on this month due to the situation, I feel very blessed in that regard. But I always tell them, listen, network marketing in this business is a personal development plan with a paycheck attached to it. Because as humans, we have to grow every single day. If not, we may as well just die, okay? We have to improve or learn something new every single day. And now you have the time. So if you want to dabble in a network marketing company right now, or learn a new business, or learn a new skill, the time is now. There's people out there like us who are willing to teach you. We're willing to shape and mold you. And you know what? You might be surprised. You might be very surprised that you might end up saying, you know what? This little side gig is something I really like and I really enjoy. And besides the fact that, you know what? I may be able to bless somebody else. I may be able to share this and keep paying it forward and paying it forward. And when it comes down to it, isn't that why we were put on this earth? Weren't we put on this earth to share our talents and our gifts and our blessings with one another? Because no one ever gets up there if they don't help others along the way.
So true. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, because that's really important right now. As we're all isolated and you know, we don't have that human to human contact. It's important to remember, you know, that we are still connected, and we still, you know, we still can change the world in isolation and quarantine.
So you know, I hear everybody saying we're socially distancing. I live alone, but I have to tell you that um, we're physically distancing, physically, but socially, we have been interacting more than ever. I'm finding that I am talking to more people on a daily basis now than I had before, because I'm not running to this physically running to this meeting, or to get my hair done or my nails done, or to the gym. Listen, you know what? That's another thing. You know, I was going to the gym every single day. That was my first stop. But now I still do my exercise, but I'm doing it online. And you know what? I like it because, I'm not spending that time traveling and then, back and forth. It's a new way of going back to simpler things in life. And I think that's what it's about. Just think about it. This is a good time to reflect on where you want your life to go. God knocked us down for a reason. Some of us need to really think about either changing
I
our
agree with that.
direction.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Yes, we were
Yeah.
knocked down for a reason. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the social distancing, I think it should, that phrase should be physical distancing instead, because socially we are, thank God, in this age that we can see each other, through Zoom or through FaceTime, and it's a blessing. So I hope that my tips helped you a little bit, and I'd love to come back again and maybe share something about my other the other things I dabble in to grow my network worth and different streams of revenue.
Awesome. That would be great. So if you want to connect more with Nancy Raimondo, there are links down below with her information, and we're obviously going to share this video. If you want to connect with me, you are welcome to visit Feminine Rich Powerful Club on Facebook. Come join the group and check out more trainings like this. So thank you so much, Nancy, and all of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and continue to do good work in the world. That's it. Bye for now.
God bless.